Hello everyone. It has been quite a while since I've posted. Just been dealing with some stuff in life. Life. But now I am back in action, hoping to post regularly, minimum once a month, and even more so on my Instagram. All humorous content, but I do have some other content I would like to try out here on my YouTube channel as well. So let's see how that goes. But for the time being, the video you're about to enjoy is my first performance since before the summer. It's at our Skerping's Boo Fest, that's City Festival, just a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And I know it's going to be kind of hard to hear my audio. My son was recording it just on the phone. And of course, there's just hundreds of people milling about, talking to each other, etc., etc. So hopefully you can make out what I am saying. Some jokes you've heard, some new jokes, but ties in to the jokes that you've heard. And yep, so let's just see what happens. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for the support, and take care of each other.
Another thing, too, about Kentucky and where it is in the U.S., it's also part of the Bible Belt. Now, the Bible Belt is the same states that tornadoes run through. So, Tornado Alley, Bible Belt, same thing. I think God's trying to say something. Hey, Christians, turn it down a little bit. Just turn it down a little bit. This is how Christian conservative my town was and still is. When I was growing up, there were 3 churches within 700 meters of my house. I could see one of them from my bedroom window. So, it's like, we got 3 grocery stores here in Skerping. But for us, it was like, hey, Mom, we're running low on Catholicism. I'm going to run out and get some. Okay, we should be sure to stop by and pick up some Presbyterian on your way home as well. And let me see, so where do I want to go with this? Right. Another funny thing, too, was I came here originally as a student. And part of these idiots my dad was working with, they thought that Denmark was the name to the red light district in Amsterdam. And that I was surrounded by, drugs and hookers all day. I'm like, no, I kind of wish, but no, that's not reality. So yeah, as I said, I came here originally to study. The very first thing I learned about Denmark, I am short for this country. I am short for Denmark. And this is a true story. The second day I was here, I was in a restaurant, we needed to go pee, and the urinal was higher than my dick. What do I do? Do I ask for a stool? What is culturally appropriate? Well, I just kind of came up on my toes, tried to arc it in. And, also too, last time I went to Goku to buy socks, I had to go to the kids section to get my socks. That's how short I am in this country. Now, one of the first things that I recognized about games is how much you guys follow the rules. Like you love your rules. You follow the rules to such an insane degree. I remember as a student walking home from the bar at 2 in the morning, seeing Danes waiting for the light to cross the street with no cars anywhere to be seen. And even during the day, go down to Aarhus or something, and I walk up, people are waiting, I look both ways, no cars, I cross, and just see Danes staring at me like, you can do that? And, another thing, this is, it's both fantastic. Danes are so good at English, but also horrible at the same time. That's why my Danish is, that's why I'm doing it in English. My Danish sucks. But I remember though, I used to play little games with the other students when I was at parties. We'd be talking to two Danes, we're talking in English, and then when I'd walk away, I'd listen to how long they spoke English together before they realized we got our own language. What are we doing? Quick one-liner. How do you make a Dane happy and pissed off in the same 10 seconds? Give them a beer, let them take a drink, and then tell them it's non-alcoholic. I love that. Even nowadays with all these Tuborg Knoll commercials, no, Danes are still like, no! We want our wine! We need our alcohol! And another, on that same note, this summer, the job I was working took me through a lot of little towns in Denmark. I had not seen it before. We went through one called Ulgård. So literally translated into English, beer good. You have an entire town called Beer Good. So another thing I said, on the note of like beer and what you Danes are concerned yourselves with and what you don't. I am a skateboarder. One of the guys that helped design and build both the skate Havana. If you've been living here long enough, you probably remember for a few years there, we would bring some teams through, American teams through to do demos. I was responsible for bringing teams in and managing the one-week tour of Denmark, all that stuff. Now, a company that had been here a few years in a row, the first time I brought them over, I go pick them up in Northern and bring a six-pack of beer for them. And you guys know most of the drive is through the countryside. So they're drinking their beer and we're talking, and when we get into town, get into Northern and Algol, they start doing this. Like, dipping down to drink their beer. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, in case the police see us. I'm like, but it's legal. You can have a beer in the car, hell, you can walk down the street with a bottle of Jack Daniels if you want, because God doesn't want it. And as long as you're not causing problems, then no big deal. Really? Yeah, really. And from that moment, every single person we passed, walking on the street, they would hold their beer out the window and say, because I can! Now, I'm going to leave you guys with, and this goes out to my kids, Karen and Rasmus. This is probably the best Danish experience story I have to date. Now, the first semester, as you guys know, exams are after Christmas. So, when I was a student, I never went home for Christmas. I'd be too stressed studying for exams. Well, the girl I was dating at the time was like, oh, well, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. She said, oh, come to my parents' place. We live in this super hooply house on Tolsinga. So they were like, oh, we have a foreigner coming. We're going to make this big traditional meal. Now, I have to kind of explain the layout of their house. It was just one of those where, the main room was just kind of divided into sections. So, and the kitchen is divided from the dining table by just like, well, what to most people with the stomach high wall, to me, with my neck. Short. So if you're standing at the sink and you're looking down the table, or if you're standing at the sink and you're looking down the dining table. Now, I'd already met her two sisters, but had not met her brother or her parents. So we're sitting there, and I mean, like, they made amazing food. So I was talking with her sister, and I'd already had 2 full plates of food. And her sister's like, oh, I bet you can't eat more. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can. This is good. So I started taking more food. Now, I did not notice that her mother had started collecting all the dishes. And she just stops. She doesn't know what to do. And as you guys well know, you don't clear anything off the table until everybody's done eating. Well, now, my girlfriend's father was already at the sink. And he just starts going off. Now, I didn't know a word of Danish at this point, over the blue. And then, so then, like, my girlfriend starts yelling at him. Then her sisters kicked in on her side. Her brother kicked in on her father's side. And of course, I found out later that basically her dad was just saying, oh, look at this American taking more than he needs. Americans always take more than they need. Doesn't even know when to stop. And my girlfriend was like, oh, you old hippie, you're always talking about cultural acceptance. Americans eat a lot at Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then, of course, her sisters were supporting her, and her brother was just basically, down with the U.S. Now, this whole time, her mom is trying to calm things down. But she can't say my name because then I will know something's up. So she's just standing there going, the guest is noticing. The guest is noticing. And this entire time, a family argument that I started because I was eating too much, I kept eating. Gee, I wonder what they're arguing about. So every bite I took was just more fuel on the fire. Elska Jægerskøbing, bedste bue i hele verden. Kan I rigtig god bue,